Ooh, what's this? An old camera worth £1,000? No, maybe not. No. £40?
Don't chuck away your JPEG images simply because you think they're going to be inferior. In fact, many times they are better than you can produce with manually editing the raw image in whatever software package you have.
Hello again. Welcome to another video from Photography for Enjoyment. Emphasis on the word enjoyment, which could be relevant in the next video which I'm about to produce, if you like. That's a very grand word, isn't it? Produce. Anyway, this sadly it's just a trailer for the main event, so to speak, because I've simply not had the chance to go out and take the images that I want to for this next project. The reason is twofold. There's quite a lot going on around here at the moment, and the weather simply hasn't been in my favour. I do not want to go around the corner to my local park, which you saw in the previous video. Instead, I want to go back into Liverpool city centre and focus more on the kind of images that people are probably more familiar with when it comes to my own photography. So architecture and street images, that kind of thing, slightly off the wall stuff as well. It's going to be challenging because I'm going back in time. I'm actually going back to 2014, January of 2014, when Nikon announced a camera which is still held in high regard, and that is the D70. Here we have it, which is a camera that I've borrowed from a very, very dear friend of mine. It's got the 18 to 55 G lens on it, and as well as that I have got the older, what they used to call a super zoom or all-in-one zoom, the 28 to 200 3.5 to 5.6D AF Nikkor, which is quite a weighty lens. It weighs much more than the camera itself. But with these two lenses, I'm hoping to capture some contemporary shots similar to what I take with my smartphone. You probably all realize that right at this moment in time, my daily driver, so to speak, is the Google Pixel 4a, which I love from a photographic point of view. And the difference between carrying around this and any accessories that I need compared to this is just, you can't really compare them. But the main thing is appreciating just how far modern cameras have come in the past 17 years, because this, by today's standards, is incredibly basic. No live view, tiny little LCD screen on the back, optical viewfinder, of course, because it is a DSLR, not mirrorless, only 6 megapixels, which in its day was brilliant, but by today's standards is not quite so brilliant. Compact flash memory card. Just let me look. Oh, we've actually got a 4 gigabyte CF card, so that should keep me going quite nicely. It's suffering slightly. The only thing wrong with it, it works perfectly, and the only real thing wrong with it is the fact that, in common with many cameras of its ilk, the grip has gone slightly sticky with time. It would need continual wiping with isopropyl alcohol or something along those lines to get rid of that. So I'll try and do that before I go out in earnest with it. I'm quite looking forward to it, and it's going to be a challenge because using this compared to something like the Fuji X-H1 which is quite similar in terms of size. It's chalk and cheese, it really is. It's mind-blowing exactly how much and how far things have changed in those 17 years. But nevertheless, I'm going to give myself a challenge of getting some, let's say, half decent images with the D70 outfit. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about, which will feature as a sort of add-on to the next video, is something I attended a few days ago, which is the River of Light Festival, which they hold here in Liverpool. I think it's annually. And it consists of a number of art installations on around the city, but mainly on the waterfront. Some of which are really quite spectacular. And because it's a nighttime event, I concentrated solely on the Pixel 4a. Some shots were handheld, others were on tripod. And the results are quite an eye-opener. I think everybody appreciates that the Pixel is, I think it's class leading. I think it's fair to say it's class leading when it comes to nighttime photography. It's better than the iPhone in most people's opinions. I'll probably get shot down for saying that, but there you go. Nevertheless, the conclusions that I came to surprised me, I'll be honest with you. And that's going to be included in the next video. But for the time being, I'm going to say thank you for bearing with me. I hope it's not going to be more than a couple of weeks before I get to put this other one up on the channel. In the meantime, I would ask everybody to stay safe and, most importantly, keep taking images no matter what camera gear you use, because photography for enjoyment, it should be exactly that. Thanks for watching, take care, see you soon.